Alright, I'm Scott, this is Nick. We're in the band Terror from Los Angeles. We're here with Mike Ski, longtime friend. Giving Mike a little break here, he's probably done a bunch of these so far. So we're just going to talk a little bit. You liking the day so far, Nick?
Hell yeah.
Alright. We were talking about earlier a minute ago that I'm originally from Buffalo, New York. Me and my girlfriend made our way out to LA. I started looking for some people to do a band with. Found a couple people that I could connect with musically and maybe more importantly off the stage with fucking shit we think about the way this world works and things we think are fucking fun, hanging out and stuff. And we started how long ago? 4 months ago?
4 or 5 months ago.
4 or 5 months ago. So we're probably the newest band to play here. Would you agree with that, Mike?
I would.
Okay. And then we have Ringworm, who's been fucking in the trenches since fucking 1990 or 91 or something. Anyways, got together, put out a demo. Got to play with some bands, friends of ours that came through California. So this is only like our 10th show. Psyched, we're going out on the road with Death Threat in the future. We're going to be looking for a label to put a EP out for us, so keep an eye out for that. Felt pretty honored to be able to be such a new band playing here. It was really cool. Got to see lots of good friends, which was maybe the most important part of this weekend. And caused some mayhem last night, right, Nick?
Definitely.
Nick, the straight edge dude here, was out of control last night. I'm not going to go into details about what he did, but he did a lot. And some of our band members couldn't be here. We got a couple other guys, obviously. It's not just the two of us. What else should I touch on, Mike? Was that enough?
Can we get the Scott vocal? I did an impression of you earlier. So we're going to splice in here.
You can try to get this shit in here.
Now you got to do it. Come on.
I've seen that move mimicked by a few people, but they can take it and go with it.
How do you feel about, going from Buried Alive, which was like a really established band, to like, taking some time off, actually being at a hellfest, just hanging out? Like, I know for me, like, having been involved in every hellfest, now just being here, like, as a spectator, it's a totally different feeling. And then
refreshing, it probably feels.
Being just like a dude to see bands, and then coming back now with a brand new band, but still like.
Well, I'm still a person that when I wasn't in the band, I was always going out and seeing my friends' bands and stuff. So it gave me that itch, and if you know me, it felt good to have the time off, but I always knew I'd do a band when I thought it was right and when I found the right people. It felt great to come back. We're really happy with our response. It's been cool. Not too many, a few problems with the show, but lots of awesome bands. Seems like fucking people are just having a pretty good time. So weather's nice, hanging out with Nick. So I guess it, feels good to be back and stuff.
Cool. Well, thanks a lot to Terror, and we'll see you next year.
Hey, this is Chris. Scott. From Stretch Armstrong, making our second ever Hellfest appearance. Really a pleasure and an honor to be here. Last year was our first year. It seems like this year was bigger, better organized. I think last year we got stuck playing the very end on Saturday night around midnight, and time was cut, so we didn't have a chance to play a full set, whereas tonight we did, and it worked out very nicely.
Yeah. Yeah, I think kids came from everywhere. I think it's a really cool venue. A little dusty, a little dirty, but other than that, I think it was put together really well. And my hat goes off to Keith and all those guys for everything they did. I mean, a lot of it goes unseen of all this crap they have to go through for to having 3 stages going at once, to getting all this together. It's a really hard thing to put together, and I think they pulled it off so far anyway.
Like I said, thanks a lot for doing the Hellfest, and thanks a lot to all the kids that came out, the kids from, the States, as well as the kids from Europe, South America. There were some kids from South America, Canada. it's awesome to have all these kids come over. So we appreciate it as a band. It's really nice to be included in this whole fiasco of a big festival like this. It was a lot of fun. We enjoyed it. Thanks.
This is Steve Count Bucala. He's rocking the guitar.
And this is Mad Matt Fletcher with his suicidal shirt. He's suicyco.
This is the Rabbi Matt Fox, and he hacks the metal axe.
And this is the Flying Dutchman, Geerty. And he screams his lungs out, yar. And I'm the Tony T, master of the drummerings.
Oh boy.
Jesus. Oh, we're in the band. What are we?
What band is this?
Shy Halud. How you doing? What band are you in? This is our 3rd year at Hellfest. First year was awesome. Second year was even better. And I would venture to say, would everyone venture to say that the 3rd year was the best yet as far as crowd reaction and enthusiasm?
I'm going to venture.
He ventured to say that this year was probably the nutsiest. It was awesome. Hellfest is always a good time.
How about getting here? What about the story coming?
Getting here was a little bit of a hassle. Van broke down. Standard stuff. You don't need me to go into details. You've heard it. Look on the Poison the Well website, the Most Precious Blood website. Same story. Van broke down, but we managed to get here to rock, and we had a great time. And the kids made it very, very well worth it. Very, very well worth it.
Yeah, awesome time. The only thing I'd like to add to that is that we owe this great show and being here on time to Love Is Red, because they picked us up and they got us out of trouble, and they were friendly and kind enough to get the van out here. And let's not forget Pat Day Forward.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat. So.
Anything else you guys want to talk about?
We've got a new album coming out. I don't know if this is relevant to your Hellfest DVD. I doubt that.
Yeah.
Possibly. Well, we've got a new album out right now. It's called That Within Blood Ill Tempered. We think it's the best material we've ever done. Check it out and come mosh with us, because when you mosh with us, we mosh with you, and it's just one big mosh fest, and everyone sings and sweats and gets diseases together.
We will all sing, we will all dance.
We will all sing, we'll all dance, and hopefully no one will get too hurt. So there you have it, my friends.
Do not forget to mention that the album is called That Within Blood Ill Tempered. And
That's
it has 10 brand new songs.
10 songs.
Wait, let me do this.
10 songs. All right.
I saw Mike Ski do that, so I figured I could copy his move, but double.
Sounds good.
All right.
Sure thing.
Welcome back, everybody. We're hanging out with the Rise from Texas. Just got done playing an awesome set at Hellfest. You guys are definitely one of the most unique bands that have played the show today. How do you guys think that affects you as a band?
I think that being having a different sound, having the electronics and everything at a long festival like this is an advantage for us. I think that people have heard a lot of really heavy bands that, and when they hear something a little bit different, it kind of grabs your attention a little bit more at such a long festival. And I think that we got a really positive response for that reason. So it's good.
Now, you guys are coming off the tail end of a 6-week tour. You guys got to be really tired. So you put on an awesome, energetic show. How do you feel the response was as far as like the crowd, being your first time really on the East Coast?
I thought the response was awesome, because we've only had the record out for about 3 months, and there was tons of kids who actually knew our lyrics and were singing, and I don't know, a lot of kids were dancing as opposed to just beating themselves senseless, which was cool. I don't know, but yeah, it's been awesome.
Doing that day after day definitely takes a lot out of you. It's tough. We're all very excited to go rest. But what do you think about the energetic live show, Mike? Because you were a part of it.
Yeah, you were. One of my favorite parts was the sexy guy in the orange shirt.
Yeah.
He was pretty hot. He looked like a giant pumpkin, but I think that you can wear a hot pink Death Threat shirt and still look tough as nails, in my opinion. Death Threat is not a band for wusses.
What takes the toughness out is if you're wearing that shirt and you're going, That's total.
Not so tough.
Don't get mad because I have more bounce than you.
Oh.
This is the second band to make fun of me in the interview. I didn't sign up for this.
Several. Yeah.
2 for 2.
Hi, I'm Brendan and I play bass.
I'm Ian from Reach the Sky.
And I'm Bob from Reach the Sky and I play drums.
Well, this is our fourth consecutive Hell Festival, and this would be the most organized and the obviously the most well attended. And I have to say it's probably the best one that we played. It was a lot of fun. Weather was good. People were cool. You knew when all the bands were playing for once, and actually I decided to stick around for all 3 days to check out all the action for once. There was a lot of good bands this time around, a lot of good core. Terror, The Promise, Death Threat, Marauder, Hatebreed, Cro-Mags, Most Precious Blood, Stretch Armstrong, American Nightmare, Hope Conspiracy. Good to see a strong core presence this year.
Core is in effect.
A lot of the core.
High core presence, you might say.
In the middle of all that mod hair and tight black clothes, there were some kids with shaved heads getting in the pit to bands like, you know, The Terror.
Low socks, running sneaks.
Yeah, it was good.
A lot of running shoes here today. It's good to see that.
Yeah.
Fades in the hair.
We're obviously not the best looking or well dressed or have any style at all, so it's good to see regular dudes in the pits for the bands this time around. Although the Hope Conspiracy have bad hair, they do play some good core. This opportunity to come down here and play to all these kids and just, it's so much more fun than anything else that we do. I mean, I personally have more fun at this thing than just about any of the opportunities that we ever have. And it's the people that make it so great. So, and there's always good dudes here, and it's just always a lot of fun, and we're very happy to be here once again.
After doing this for so many years, it's good to have one spot where just everybody can just come out of the woodwork and you can walk around for hours being like, holy shit, I haven't seen you in years. You know, it's good to see you.
People talk about hardcore and a message and all that stuff, but they don't always talk about the people, and the people are what make it make it what it is. So many kids have, you know, come from so many different walks of life, and it's always like something as stupid as hardcore that brings everybody together. And I think now when hardcore's getting bigger, that might be getting lost on a lot of people, but it's all what's in your heart, and I mean, break down barriers and you come together on this little music thing, and it's something like this with like what 6,000 people right here is just a small, that's a big piece of what happens every day in small halls all across this country and this world, and we've been very blessed to be a part of things like that.
Hey everybody, we're here with Justin from Open Hand from Los Angeles, California. I'd like to welcome them to Hellfest. Today is a big day for you guys. It gives inked a deal with Trustco Records. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you thought of Hellfest and what you guys got coming up?
Hellfest was amazing. I've never been to one actually because I couldn't afford to come out here and I was working every time. So this is like my first time here, first time playing. It was awesome. There's amazing bands. Kill Switch playing right now. They're amazing. It's an amazing experience. If you're not in a band, just go. If you're in a band, go. It's pretty awesome. As far as Trustkill, there's not much I can say except that we are the most excited people we could possibly be. You know about what it's like on Trustkill. It's just awesome. I think Josh is an awesome guy. I think they've had awesome bands. Yeah. So hopefully we'll represent on his label. I don't know, I just hope we kick ass on his label.
You got any sneak previews for what the record's going to be, what it's called, or when it's coming out or anything?
Fall is when it's coming out. That's all I know from Josh. And it'll sound, I don't know, earthy. That's all I can say, earthy. It's like the only way I can describe it. It'll be good. It'll be good. I don't want to jock it too much because if it sucks, then I'll look like a big asshole, but it'll be good.
Well, we'll look forward to the very earthy record from Open Hand on Trustco Records. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
I'm Carl. I sing for Nora. We played this thing, I guess, every time so far. Keith's been real good to us. He's had us up a lot. We played on Friday, and yeah, it definitely went really well. I mean, I don't know, always a good time. It definitely was. It went way better than last year. I mean, last year was awesome as well, But no, the kids were, it was really, really cool. We played at the same time as a really good band. And so, you know, the fact that everybody came over and, you know, supported was awesome. We actually managed to get through the set. We didn't break anything. And, yeah, kids, they were real good to us. It was definitely cool. I watched a shitload of bands yesterday. Hope Conspiracy were awesome. What else did we watch? We watched Reach the Sky from Arm to Ashes. We watched those jokers. American Nightmare. Which was, yeah, their set was awesome. Total chaos. The rough housing. But yeah, no, it was really good. Today we see Lamb of God and Hatebreed and Blood Has Been Shed. Definitely, it should be kick-ass. Every Time I Die played right after us on Friday, and their set was just pretty sick. It was a really good time. They're probably one of my favorite live bands to see. So it was cool to see them, and the kids just went nuts. And they played Pantera riffs, so you really can't beat it. I met kids from Australia, kids from fucking Israel, and that's awesome. And that's what the coolest thing about like Hellfest and hardcore in general is just like, you know, it's a small, tight community. I mean, even now it's like getting bigger and, you know, kind of mainstream starting to look into it. But you know, it's a tight community and people work really hard to be a part of it. You know, and travel from all over. I mean, it was easy for us. We traveled 4 hours. You know, I know there are bands that woke up and drove straight from Chicago, bands that, you know, flew out from California, and, you know, bands all the way over from Europe. Yeah, it's awesome. And you know what's sad? I'm pretty sure I was wearing these pants the first time I did an interview for Hellfest on the first DVD, which is, so yeah, I'm poor.
Hey, we're here with Most Precious Blood from Brooklyn, New York. Everyone, introduce yourselves.
I'm Rachel, I play guitar.
I'm Tom and I sing.
Sean, drums. Matt, bass.
Justin, guitar.
God, did you see that girl? She was totally New Jersey. Who wants to talk about something?
I was very happy with both sets that we played. And I wish that, yeah, during our set, during Most Precious Blood, there was a lot of security guards, and they were standing in front of me to sit, well, they were sitting, luckily, because I've had times where they stand right in front of me. I'm like, yeah, I'm, you know, behind here trying to play, and they don't seem to care. And
watching the people watching the band, and then in between songs, they're bobbing their heads to the other band playing.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, that's fucking weird too, right? I've been here tattooing all weekend, and I tattooed lyrics from your band on a kid.
Tattoo me?
I'll tattoo you whenever you want.
Yeah,
You gotta call me up. That's my pet peeve number one. The store doesn't come to the customer. No. So yeah, I don't know. That was just a way to talk about tats. Love is stronger than death. It is.
Stronger than death here in Syracuse. What about the dudes we were talking about the other day, like the guys who have no tattoos at all, but they have these elaborate plans what they're gonna get, and it's always this insane thing, like this scheme, like a dragon with a castle, and it's gonna come down over here, and a dragon head
with angels fighting devils,
but they never get anything.
Flames.
But they never get anything.
Yeah, they never get anything.
What do you think about that?
I think that that's sick.
Sick tat.
It inspires sick Celtic flame jobs.
Oh yeah. What about we saw the Marky Ramone's fucking playing his drums? People are walking by and picking their nose. Like, would we even be here if this guy wasn't here?
Okay, let's talk about this. Okay, today is kind of the day, that, or at least from my perspective, besides the Misfits, that like kind of like two generations of hardcore kind of like combined, and you know, like I was watching Marauder and they were giving you guys shots out because you're, you know, from the same place and stuff, but like how do you think that affects the state of hardcore today, bringing like the Cro-Mags and like Marauder?
I think it's cool. I just think people need to do research on bands and like
They need to be more open-minded.
Yeah,
like kids nowadays are like, oh, the Cro-Mags are great, playing great, let's go see somebody else. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean?
Very influential band, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
I think last night with the Misfits too, like
They emptied out after CKY.
yeah, like after CKY played, everyone left. And it's kind of like, I mean, a lot of those dudes on stage is a big reason why a lot of us are here. I mean, you get Dez from Black Flag, Marky Ramone, Jerry Only. I mean, they might be old dudes now, whatever, people aren't into it, but I mean, you know.
Yeah, 15
years ago.
Yeah, that was the shit.
Right.
And they were touring when it was like people wanted to fucking kill them because there was no such thing as punk rock and hellfest or any of that crap. You know, think about the shit that they went through, like clubs having like, what the fuck are you guys doing? What is this noise? You know, now it's just like, oh, it's Hot Topic.
I think that was the first time I ever seen Kevin from Hope Conspiracy really nervous when he asked Des to take a picture with him. He was completely speechless. Like, and he's not a nervous guy.
I didn't want to do it. I felt bad.
Yeah, I had my camera there and everything, just like, I can't do it.
What's up with your new tat job?
I got a sick tat. I sold out.
Show it off.
Dude, that's sick, bro.
Let's get a close-up of that real quick. Yeah. Like crappy, ashy.
Yeah.
Look how Matt did
Nice
that
skin.
one. Thanks. I'm white.
Show the tattoo I did. Look.
Check out these tats.
Can't beat this, man.
I did this.
Show the soda one.
And Grez felt really sorry for me, so he did this one. Even Grez Cola, he's opened up his new line of soft drinks.
Amazing.
And I just think it's cool, like, you know, to be a hardcore kid and be able to see 9 million bands that were booked here. It's kind of cool, like a lot of bands that you'll never see before, and hopefully, you know, some of them you'll hopefully never see again. So it's pretty cool.
When we got the flyer for Hellfest, it was pretty much like a listing of every band that's around today, which is pretty cool. I mean, you get to see every fucking band just in one show.
Except Brothers Keeper.
Except Brothers Keeper, who was mysteriously absent.
I think Mikey Peters and Mike Ski should have done a little impromptu.
Unplugged. You can't unplug me because I'm already dead. Unplugged.
I can always do some sick freestyle if someone will beatbox for me. Uh-oh. Don't tempt me. Hey everybody, we're here hanging out with Jamie from Hatebreed, a big attraction at this year's Hellfest. I remember back in like '97 we played at CBGB's with Hatebreed and there was like 40 people there. So after all these years and with the success of Hatebreed, how do you feel about coming back to play Hellfest this year?
Well, Mike, I don't know. It's cool. I mean, we played last year with Earth Crisis just to play their last show, just because obviously they gave us our start and were an influence on us when we were writing our earlier material, and like now to come back again, it just seemed fitting, especially because we're doing the Ozfest again this year, and it's kind of like a lot of kids don't want to see us really on the Ozfest because it's a lot of money to get in. So this is a way for a lot of people that are traveling and people from far away to be able to see us and pay a pretty decent, I guess, door price. I heard some kids complaining, but for the amount of bands that you get to see, it seems like, it's the fitting event for us to headline. And, with Cro-Mags and Throwdown and a lot of bands that we're really into playing, it's like it's a given that we'd come and do it,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we were really psyched to do the Slayer tour, obviously, just because it was a dream come true to be asked. And
Yeah, for sure.
And Slayer fans always treated us well because we did the Tattoo the Earth tour in 2000. But Ozfest is really just a way for us to really sort of solidify our fan base within the metal scene, because we've been on bigger tours with Sepultura and the Tattoo the Earth, and we've done like arena shows with Slipknot and bands like that. But now it's like it's time to go and say, okay, we're not just an opening band anymore. We've sold hundreds of thousands of albums. Go out there and co-headline with Down. So it's cool to just get up there and be able to like say, all right, we're here. We're not just a bunch of jokers from Connecticut anymore. Right. We are, we want to, like, at least now that the record's still fresh, get out and let everybody know it's out there and just keep selling on it. Because I mean, we've already sold like as much as we have on Satisfaction over like 4 years, in like 2 months. So if we keep touring and everything, I mean, who knows? We could be the first hardcore band ever with a gold record hanging on our walls, which would be unreal. And I mean, we just set our standards high and want to just keep letting everybody know everywhere that we're not going to stop. We're just going to keep making the music that we make, and hopefully more people will embrace it.
Right. And that's awesome too, because with that in mind, even though you have like pretty much solidified that fan base, you're like, I've still seen you like in like the same clubs that you've been playing in for years, and that's awesome. So you're like keeping it real too. So that's awesome.
Trying. I mean, definitely. We know where we're from. We've done tours with everybody from, the Voorhees and You know,
I remember that.
We played shows with everybody. I mean, everybody. Avail, AFI, even like grind and punk bands. And, you know, we also do shows with, you know, a lot of bands that maybe hardcore kids don't like. But for our thing is like, we do so much touring. We play so many places where other hardcore bands never play, you know, where there isn't a scene, you know, and that's, you know, that's just part of like trying to like forge new ground and you know, pave a new way for bands that may want to, you know, do the same thing that we're doing. I mean, we go to places that no one else goes to, and that's why we sell the amount of records that we sell. And I think, you know, in some places, you know, you can't go play with even a bigger metal act, so you got to keep playing those small clubs and let people know, you know, that you're never too big for them. Especially like going back, like we just did the home base in Wilkes-Barre like 2 days ago. And we played under an assumed name just because we didn't want to piss off Ozfest and we didn't want it to be a mob scene. We wanted it to be a small core show with our friends' bands, and it was amazing. Like, it was just, there's people like that used to come see us at like CC's in Moosic, Pennsylvania, you know, like 95 and 96. We're here in 2002, still supporting us, know all the lyrics to all the new songs, and you know, that means a lot to us because we never want to alienate any of our fans. We don't want to turn people off that may be like, oh yeah, Hatebreed was cool back then, but now that they're on a major or that they're touring on Ozfest, that they think they're better than that, because we're not. We're just like everybody else. And you know, all we're trying to do is get out there and play the music that we love and hope people like can really feel it, you know, and get something out of it.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks a lot for
Thank
having
you.
us. It was good to see you. Looking forward to the show.
I'm psyched. It's gonna be good.
Hatebreed tonight.